The MedBricks webcast is focused on bringing distinguished Indians and others from diverse fields of science, medicine, technology, and philosophy to learn from each other and to create a new understandings and foster new ideas related to healthcare. Dr. Japra is an internationally recognized cardiologist of Indian origin, a cultural entrepreneur, publisher, and a community leader practicing in the middle of Silicon Valley. Dr. Japra has been ranked among the top 20% of doctors in North America with a specialization in cardiovascular disease and internal medicine. He has been instrumental in many pioneering community initiatives, leaving a huge impact on Indian diaspora in Silicon Valley. He is a founder of a Festival of Globe, a non-profit cultural organization in Silicon Valley. The festival is celebrated every year in the middle of August during India's Independence Day week, attended by more than 200,000 people.
And I'm here to help celebrate India Independence Day, and we are having a wonderful day dancing, singing, celebrating, and Dr. Japra is amazing what he's done here. And
welcome, Dr. Japra. You're a charismatic leader in Silicon Valley, and we want to know your views on the racial tensions, what's going on in this country at this time. Just before I go into the healthcare system, I like your views as a community leader in this country. You know, what is your thoughts on it?
Yeah, absolutely, Ramna. You know, I know as a cardiologist, we deal with all kinds of communities. You know, from everyone out there, and we treat everybody the same way. Doesn't matter where they come from. Unfortunately, in this country, there's been a history, and the country was built like that. You know, and our friends, our brothers and sisters, African Americans came as blacks, as slaves. The slavery got ended. A lot of civil rights got acquired with the help of people like great stalwarts Martin Luther King and many other sacrifices. But things have not improved. And anytime an accident, an incident like George Floyd happens, there's a racial tension all the time because unfortunately the equal rights or the justice, equal justice has not been able to be given everybody, and good for the humanity.
Yeah, but have you yourself faced any discrimination when you are here as a physician or any other situations? Have you ever faced a discrimination in your life?
Oh, absolutely. You know, we came 40 years ago into this country. We were getting discriminated by some of these white supremacists. They thought, you know, they knew a lot more than us, and they were treating us like second and third class citizens, even as physicians. And we have to, my philosophy has always become an insider, you know, rather than be on the menu, be on the table, so that you become the policymaker. So I became the chief of staff through my own hard work and my own way of handling things in the hospital. So we were able to bring about that change. We were just two of the Indian physicians. I remember in '78 when I first started here. Now we have 300 of us in the same hospital, and we are the majority rather than a minority as physicians in the same hospital. So I think the change can come, change can happen. You have to be part of the change.
You have been practicing for the last more than 40 years. You have seen largely you have a lot of ethnic population or all your patients. Do you see what is your thoughts on this pandemic, COVID-19 and coronavirus? What is your thoughts on that? And what do you suggest? How do you open the economy for the rest of the people? Could you please give us some idea on that?
Well, unfortunately, this has been one of the worst we have seen. I don't think any one of us have seen this over the last 45 years. I became a doctor. It was 1972, and so I've been almost 48 years. I've been a physician, from New York to Cleveland to from New Delhi originally, and coming to California, right now in San Francisco Bay Area. I've seen a lot. There's been a lot of these problems in the past with different kind of flus and different types of diseases, but we never had to shut down to this extent that where they have to have shelter in place. We have to shelter at home and people cannot come out. So I don't think anybody can dig up your experience and come up with a solution. But what I've seen over the last 3 months, what is happening, you cannot let it control you. You cannot let this thing be totally overshadowing what we've been able to do. As frontliners, we physicians have been working all along. Many of us has been on the front lines. Just like during a war, the soldiers go out there and they're on the frontiers and front ward. They're running and there's a lot of risk they take, and we also taking a lot of risk. But the life has to go on. The work has to go on. We have to fight it out, and we have been able to fight it out. Majority of it. It's never going to completely go away over the next few months, but things have slowed down. We are on the other side of the curve. Things should start opening up very cautiously, gradually.
As you're saying that another epidemic is really affecting minorities, particularly Indians, the diabetes and cardiovascular diseases. What is that making impact on why it is such a prevalence in particularly Indian population, the diabetes and the cardiovascular diseases?
Absolutely. I think we have both good and bad. As you know, the Indians are more prone to heart disease almost 3 times than the whites. And then, of course, we have pre-diabetes and metabolic syndrome, as we call it. So that's why we have to be a little extra careful. But at the same time, fortunately, we are also finding back home in India and others, and some of the immunology, immune strengthening our defense systems because of the kind of food we eat, kind of life we lead, which do increase your immune system, strengthen your immune system, has been helpful. Even our lifestyles with the yoga, meditation, mentally being more stable, those things help us a lot.